So people don't like the Maki episode. What's going on, guys? Kim here with another video, and today there seems to have been a lot of controversy, I say that word loosely, with the latest Jujutsu Kaisen episode featuring Maki Zenin versus the Zenin clan. And at first, when I first got done watching, I was like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. I can't believe that I just watched something so spectacular. Then I do the worst thing imaginable that a human could do. I went on Twitter. By the way, the song that's being played is Stellar Blade, Song of the Sirens. I'll put y'all on. Don't say I don't put y'all on to nothing. And this is one of the first tweets I see, by the way. I like it because I have a list. There's a list. It runs deep, guys. So this is the first tweet I see. It says, seems the JP fandom reactions to this episode are extremely negative. There's a lot I could say, but I'll hold my tongue. And then I was like, wait, is this really happening right now? This can't be real. This is not a real thing that's happening. Then I get this one. The latest episode of Jujutsu anime is seriously awful, huh? Putting aside how the directing is so over the top, it's just lame. In the scene where Hiromi and Maki are fighting, Rent is desperately trying to stop it, but Jogo's just casually strolling around like an idiot. I think, by the way, this is in Japanese translation. I think he means say Jinichi, because Jinichi is the guy with the long hair, Tochi's brother that was walking towards Maki. Don't mess with me, Jogo-san. I can't think of any other than the production team hasn't read the original manga. It's totally different. And yes, like as you can see here, oh, you can't see here. Oh no, you can see right here. Jinichi at least has some sort of concern when when Ranta is literally has his eyes bleeding from his skull. And in the anime, he kind of just like aura form looks back at him and then continues to walk. That is something that I noticed too, but it wasn't a big deal to me. Then I saw this one. And yes, I'm a manga reader. I love this string of chapters. To me, when I got to this point, this was one of my favorite string of chapters. One, because Toji. Two, because Maki becomes female Toji. And there's a panel that is not in this episode. Now, for me, I've been on the block. I've been reading manga, watching anime. So when it comes to something not being adapted the way I would envision it, it's kind of just water under the bridge, right? But this was kind of disappointing, because the reason why this is so good, because Ogi, Maki's father, when he senses, for lack of better words, her energy, her aura, it reminds him of Toji, and them being side by side like this shows the complete mirror of Maki being basically Toji, and him having his bug eyes right here are surprised as heck. So for me, for style purposes and for story meaning, I thought this could have been done a little bit different, but I'm still not complaining. I thought even when they did it, if you guys see my reaction, I was still hyped. Now what did they do instead? They did, let me see if I have it. They did this. Now, like I said, my guy still looks baller. He still looks like a menace, but they kept her in the literal same position, which in a sense, yes. Why didn't you just, he's kind of in the same position, but he doesn't have like how you see him here. I believe he is like, yeah, he's kind of like mirroring her in a way, whereas like it's just not the same. At least they kept this banger. They kept this line. the Noya, don't you have a human heart? She said no. She took it with her. That banger line that stuck in there. Another one, the JJK episode was horrible. When will they animate properly? Stop with the scribble lines BS. Now, me personally, I thought the animation was good. It wasn't like how in episode 2 Noya had like that one scene where he's inside of the subway, or not subway, highway, under whatever the heck that was, and it was kind of hard to see. There was nothing in here that truly made me feel like, yo, this is distracting. This is not good. Another one, Jujutsu never beating the lame soundtrack allegations. I get the idea behind it, Maki being carefree and all, but the execution of the OST is abysmal and quite jarring for me. I would say the soundtracks towards the end of the episode were better than the one for this scene right here, when she's fighting the ninja guys. JJK has recently, I'm gonna be honest, some of the OST hits, sometimes it doesn't. JJK's style for OSTs is very unique in the way, because JJK is chaotic. I feel like they try to capture that and how weird and unique the powers can get. That also, they also want to reflect that in the music. But I felt like the scene for this was fine. It wasn't the song I would in the car or anything. Or did I feel like it hit the moment specifically? I would have personally liked a silent scene than anything. Now I know fellows would be like, there's no sound here. I mean, there's no music here. What the hell is going on? But for me, I feel like silence and encapsulating the moment would have been better for me. I think this guy is talking about the shots. What's with the stubbornly refusing to show the characters' faces? This is also a Japanese fan. It's just wide shots all the way. Having them talk in a flat, matter-of-fact way, those long, unbroken takes like this aren't entertaining at all and are hard to follow. There's no emotional weight to it. Why ignore the momentum of the original work? Does director, I'm gonna call him Goso because that's what people be abbreviating as, really not get what kind of visuals the readers are expecting? It's betraying the expectations in every single way. I would love to have them put a picture on there. There was scenes like this one that, in my opinion, could have. It's not even like the scenes themselves are, how would you say, bad? They're not bad. I feel like this episode was great. Top 3 episode of JJK ever. It's just that the way Gege put it inside the panel really hits. Now, I think this eye shot was here, but also Noya, especially him being a kid and him Toji being taller than him. You also have to think that Noya is also looking up towards Toji. He sees him as superior as him. That's why it's also in here as the, not only is him being a child and Toji being a grown man, that's also Noya's mindset towards Toji and also Gojo, which also will bring me to another thing. I know it's scrambled all over the place, but this wasn't in there, which to me is fine. I don't care. I didn't even remember, and I read it 2 days ago. So I thought this was fine. The Japanese fans on Twitter are crying because in the anime they were super graphic when showing how they massacred the Zenny clan. I don't know about this because all I've been seeing is people talk about the adaptation. Oh, this is what I'm talking about here with the Toji. He showed his feet. That's crazy. And yeah, it doesn't really reflect this. It is what it is. I don't care that much. I would have liked it to be done a certain way, but it's fine. But another Japanese fan, like I said, the Japanese fans, they had a lot to say about this episode. Everything's so rushed. awkwardness in between, the bad pacing, and a ton of other gripes. Even though, based on season 2 experience, I wasn't expecting much from season 3 right from the start, it managed to fall even shorter than that. Holy. I like that. It's so like, and this is why the internet in a way is so great, but also can be terrible. You get to see the perspectives of different people, at least like with the Japanese fans, they are at least explaining themselves. I know in like America, fellows are just like, this is a dog, this is what like, at least they're kind of explaining themselves, even though I don't really see where they're coming from. They're at least articulating themselves in a way that I can understand. Can't help but want to throw some sarcasm in there. You knew it would be divisive, right? As expected. I'm going to criticize it head on. Please review at your convenience. Director Hasoda Mappa. Yeah, the fellas aren't happy about this. There was one in particular I really wanted to read out. This guy also is talking about the OSTs, talking about how they basically had some just random stuff going on and washing out. JJK brought back the Avengers of the industry just to poop out a massive turd. Once again, said translated from French. You got some French fellas in here. The JJK episode was disappointing. I wasn't expecting so much with that kind of. I was expecting so much better with that kind of staff, and that's the thing, right? The staff list. I don't know who started this, but throwing out the staff list 2 days before the episode comes out, and being like, "This is what these guys do now." Yes, it is. Showing the staff does build hype around something, but the way it happened with them showing that they literally gathered, like the guy said, the Avengers for this was crazy. Even I had to make a video on it because it was just so like, yo, this is gonna be great. And the episode was great. It was visually appealing and it had a lot of dynamic shots and dynamic scenes. But I remember when I first started having like an anti-Twitter type interaction, and it was like with Bleach. So like, if any of my Bleach fellas know, and then you'll be on Twitter, they'll drop the staff list and be like, this episode's gonna be dog water. Just because the people aren't like the biggest names in the industry. And then there'll be a list of like some super soldiers, and then it's like, yo, this is gonna be the best. It's gonna be the best anime episode of all time. Don't feed your kids, don't walk your dog, just watch the episode. And then I'll just be like, I'll watch it, and I'll be like, this is good. This is a great episode. I feel like this did meet expectations to me, of course, but other people had things to say. And this was one of the comments. I think the Sakutards are partially to blame for all this discourse. They always hype things up to the moon as the greatest thing ever, based solely off staff listings. Yeah, and that's basically what I just said in a nutshell. This was just funny. They said that this was going to surpass the Reze movie, and it couldn't even surpass the manga it's based on. I don't know who said that, but the Reze movie is a classic masterpiece. I'm sorry, that movie is literally one of the best looking anime pieces I've ever seen in my entire life. Like I said here, yeah, I already covered this part. Yeah, I think that's about everything. I feel like I liked a lot more stuff than I did, but a lot of the topics or like a lot of the talking points kind of blend together. Where's my stance on this? Someone who reads the manga, right? I was happy. I'll be honest, I was happy. In a sense, there were some things that didn't really hit the mark with me. First one was the Toji and Maki comparison. I think that is needed for that scene to actually pop out. Another one is the Noya when he asks her, do you have a human heart? And he said, like, in the manga, they're actually, well, when I read it, the faces are both showing, so I don't know if basically she was looking away or they were looking at each other. But it seemed like to me at that time they were looking at each other, right? And like the expression of him being like, do you have like a heart, and her looking at him and having her face be dead, like that human side of her is gone. I thought that was pretty lit. What else? Yeah, I think those are the only two times where I was like, huh, I wish that could have been better. This could have been a little bit better. But when I have to literally, like, as you guys saw, I have to think about the grievances or the problems I have with it, even though they aren't really like problems to begin with. They're just like things I wish was just done a little bit better. Yeah, like right now, any Twitter concerning JJK is a bloodbath. It's either you're dumb, retarded, and you just like to see beautiful colors on screen and watch objects and animation and characters move, or you're a nitpicking guy. I don't really know the rest of the adjectives. Basically nitpicking, complainer, never happy, always sad guy. And I feel like it shouldn't be like this. we should be able to criticize. Now, some of these guys did criticize correctly. Some of them are just like, this is dog water, this is dog poop. Whereas, honestly, also too, that's their opinion. You can express it how you want. But I feel like it should be somewhere in the middle. Just like everything should be done in moderation. But yeah, tell me what you guys think. Do you guys think the episode was great? Do you guys think it was bad? Do you guys think that they could have done some things better? Do you guys think that they fumbled? Yeah, that's it. That's all your boy has. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you guys leave a like, comment, subscribe. God bless you guys. I'll see you guys in the next one.